Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. We have very active lifestyles. It's not all wandering the countryside aimlessly or scaring passing motorists. And we all love a good cup of joe. And there's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. Bold, robust, delicious. It's coffee that can wake the dead. With over a dozen different roasts and flavors, Deadly Grounds can satisfy the most finicky of coffee addicts. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
Persons under 18 will not be admitted.
Gonna do now? Get high?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I got it.
Hey.
There you go!
Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Happy Wednesday.
Oh, man.
Or as I call it, the third Monday of the week.
Yes.
The third Monday of the week. I was just going to say, I was going to give Carrie props because usually Leo fucks up the intro, but sorry.
I took off the background instead of the overlay. But hey, everybody. It's Wednesday, and you are on Still Toking, and I am not Leo, but I'm fucking things up anyway. I'm your Cthulhu behind the keyboard, so it's the tentacles getting in the way of the monkey's paw and all of that jazz. But hope you're doing great. We're going to have an awesome show tonight. I'm so excited to be here, and I have to say that is my favorite intro song ever. I always listen and, jam out to it, so...
Right?
Scarecrow Hill.
Scarecrow
Hill, baby.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to pass things around here and see how everything's going. Ben? How are you
Yo,
doing? Let's go around.
I'm fabulous. No, I'm not fabulous. I'm fucking horrible, dude. I just sat in the truck for 12 hours. I literally ran into the hotel room, threw my computer on the desk, called Jeff and said, dude, it's not booting up. I'm not going to make the fucking show. But I guess here I am. And the person you see behind me, yeah, that's my wife hiding back there. So, no, I'm super psyched about tonight's show. I'm not going to stay on super long because, like I said, I was in the truck for 12 hours, but I love these guests tonight, so I am going to stay for a few. So over to let's go. I'm gonna take just for a second. I'm gonna say, okay, Jeff and Jar Jar, I'm gonna screw you. I'm gonna make you introduce them.
Oh, that's not fair.
It is.
You guys seem to know who they are. I know their names and stuff, but
yeah, but you always have
They're the Montreal X Men. That
Yeah, you'll figure it out.
Jeff just did it.
See? I mean, let's happy Wednesday, everybody.
Right.
And let's welcome the Montreal X Men. I'm gonna let each one of you introduce yourself and what characters you play.
I like that.
How's that sound?
Hi there. I'm Pierre Faralajoie, and I am Montreal's Wolverine. I am the founding member of the Montreal X Men, and I'm proud of it.
Can you say your name again?
Okay. Yeah, please.
My name is a French name, so I'll do it again just for you. Pierre Faralajoie.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's
okay, thank you.
I can say it well with an English accent, though. It could be Pierre Faralajoie, but
doesn't do it for me.
Okay, there you go.
All right. I'm just going to stick with P.
No problem. Pete's fine.
Yeah.
And who else we got? Who's right next to you? Kelly, introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name's Kelly, and I portray Lady Deathstrike with the Montreal X Men.
Is that the only character you do with them?
For now.
For now.
For now. Okay. And let's see, we got Kathleen.
Hey, hi. My name is Catherine, but I go by Skating Rose when I do cosplay. I've been with the Montreal X Men since 2017. I mainly cosplay Emma Frost, but I'm also the Swiss Army knife of the group, so I have so many X-Men cosplay. I don't know how many. There's that many. I don't know.
That's
very good.
Right.
And I guess that leaves me. I'm Professor.
We saved the best for last. No,
of course. I'm Professor X. I play the leader, but have no authority in the group whatsoever. Just kidding.
Well,
that's the way to be.
I have to add to that. I'm going to say he's kind of my right-hand man, though. So he has a certain authority.
I have the best job in the group. I get to sit all con. I don't have to stand up all the time. People often mistake me for a mannequin because I don't move much.
I do the same thing on these shows. Sometimes I'll just sit here and you can't tell if I've logged out or have a skip going or if I'm just really intent on watching and they like to tease me for it. So
yes.
Okay. Well,
tough, man.
I see some shells that need to be cracked.
I'm looking to see who's actually talking, and I'm like, okay, it's her. Her lips are moving now. Okay, we're good.
So I'm assuming Pierre brought you all together. And I said it the English, horrible American way.
No. It's totally fine. Like Jeff said, you can call me Pete. That'll work too. So yes, I am the founding member, and at different times throughout the existence of the group, I have been the one who introduced each person to the group. By recruiting them at different events. Yes.
What got you started doing this?
Oh well, now we're going a ways back. So
yes.
if we're going to start on that, okay, hang on to your hats. I started cosplaying in 2009-ish. The character because one of my friends talked to me about a new event in Montreal called Comic-Con, and I am in my background a Star Trek geek. So when I was in the 90s, I went to a lot of Star Trek conventions, and I am a total geek. I love science fiction. I love the genre. I love fantasy. I love action and stuff. And at one point, my friend asked me, "Would you like to go to that little exhibit, little event called Comic-Con. And the first one was in 2008, and it was presented like in the locker of Place Bonaventure, which was it's not even the main hall of Place Bonaventure. It was like in a tiny closet or something. So we all the only thing that was presented was like a couple of toys, a lot of white boxes with comic books in them, and a couple of geeks running. And after a while, they decided to invite celebrities. So that's when I met Lou Ferrigno.
okay.
Met him like right off the bat. And let's say in 2009, I bought the Wolverine jacket because I thought it would look super sharp. And I always wear sideburns. But not the Wolverine sideburns, but just like Elvis sideburns. And people kept stopping me and asking me, "Hey, you look good. You look like the character. You should, can I take a picture? You should cosplay him and stuff." So yeah, it snowballed into this big thing. Yeah.
Wow. Now, is Wolverine the only character that you play?
Well, in the team, yes, and besides that, we have gone off script a couple of times. We've been invited to concerts, and I have a nice relationship with what we call back home the OVMF, the Orchestre Avant de Musique de Film, which is the film music orchestra, if you will.
The Wind Orchestra for Film and Music.
Exactly. So thanks, Kelly. So long story short, they have events for different themes. And the first time we collaborated together was for a superhero concert where we were invited as the Montreal X Men. And afterwards, there was a Star Trek concert where I let go of the mutton chops and I dressed in my best Captain Kirk. My friend up there, Professor X, decided to stay within his character range with Patrick Stewart and decided to do Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
Jean-Luc.
And other even Klingons joined us, and we had a ball. Afterwards, we had another concert where we participated in a James Bond concert. So we have we had Bond girls aplenty. We had yours truly as James Bond. We had Dean. Do you remember the name of your character?
Savros.
Yes, Savros.
Doctor No.
Long story short, the guy
Another bald guy.
The bald guy.
Another bald guy.
So long story short, we've been having a ball since the start, and we're looking forward to many more years to come.
Nice, nice. Now we first met you 2 years ago, I believe, up in St. Albans.
No, 2 years ago was in Saratoga.
I think we met you actually in Barrie.
It was. It was
maybe
Barrie.
It was Barrie. Okay.
It was Barrie.
Okay.
4 or 5 years ago
It
now.
was in Barrie. Yeah, it was
right
a while
when we
ago. Yeah.
right when we came out. We met them.
I stand corrected.
That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
We all do sometimes. But as far as the Montreal X Men go, you guys are a non-profit, correct?
Correct.
And you and I had chatted this year, which really piqued my interest because you were at St. Albans raising money for suicide prevention. And as we all know, September is Suicide Prevention Month.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's why I said St. Albans.
Well, you were right. You were right. We reconnected in St. Albans, but I believe we've seen them at multiple shows.
Mm-hmm.
And for everybody that's watching or listening to us right now, book these guys. I'm telling you, get them to your event, man. They are well worth it. Well worth it, no matter where you are.
High praise.
I don't want to hear no bullshit about, oh, well, we're way down south and they're in Montreal. Yeah, big fucking deal. I just drove 12 hours. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, Ben does not take any BS anymore. If you need to travel somewhere, just do it. Get in your car and go.
Just do it, because, I mean, and is suicide prevention the only thing that you raise money for, or are there multiple organizations?
Well, it's not exclusive because when I started alone. When I got the chance to get a spot at Montreal Comic Con back in 2013, it was because it was completely impossible for me to keep on walking in the main hall because people kept like stopping me for taking pictures. So at one point, I got to know the organizers. I asked them, I have an idea. I have a motorcycle. And what do you think about me bringing the motorcycle at the event and having people sit with Wolverine and taking pictures? They went, well, that could work. So at first I was like, the black sheep of the family. I was outside the main hall, but still I was an attraction. And by, the end of that first event, I was told that I actually not stopped traffic, but I actually regulated the traffic from the inside of the hall because people kept stopping at my booth, so it kind of helped keep the firemen away.
That's good.
Yeah, because the firemen or fire people normally they come and check if the capacity has been reached at an event, and it would seem that I did good that first year, so they decided to invite me again. And that next year in 2014, I asked myself, I have this 15 minutes of fame now. What do I want to do with it? Do I want to make money off of it, or do I want to give back to the community? And as you well know now, I decided to give back. So the first charity I looked up was the Quebec Breast Cancer Foundation, because I had learned not so long before that my mom had contracted the breast cancer. So I wanted to show solidarity with my mom by raising funds for the foundation. So what we do is we take like a charity, an idea, a cause, and when we go to different events, well, we raise funds for the local charity of that cause.
Okay.
For example, back in the day when we started, we raised funds for breast cancer research, and from Vermont Comic Con to Ottawa to anywhere else, we raised funds for that cause until that fateful day.
Right.
Yeah. So that fateful day is because I talked to Ben about that, was on October 2nd, 2016. We were the hit of Saratoga Comic Con. We were at the after party. We were like having a ball. I think the concept of having a few would be an understatement. We were we had fun, and we really appreciated the fan reaction and everything. Going back to the hotel, like at 3:00 in the morning, I get the call from my girlfriend saying that his brother had just taken his own life.
Right.
So that kind of changed the mood, and also changed my my outlook on the team and what we raise funds for.
Right.
But it's not totally exclusive. But our main cause, if you ask us, would be suicide prevention now.
Right. which is really big. I mean, when Jeff and I started the comic book series, when you open up the comic, the very first thing you see is 5 hotlines for suicide prevention.
Awesome.
And then multiple other things. There's opioid addiction and things like that we put in there. But suicide prevention is really big because, I mean, I don't even want to get into numbers, but every day. And it goes from the younger generation of children all the way through our veterans.
Sure.
All the way up to the elderly.
Well, exactly. All the way up to the elderly, you know? No, it does.
Nobody's
And,
immune.
No, you know, so for those of you watching and listening, you know, if life's that bad, there are people out there that will listen to you. Don't call me because I don't listen to anybody. Ask Jeff. He'll tell you straight out. He'll tell you. No. All joking aside. But there are plenty of hotlines and plenty of people out there that will listen to you and help. So, you know.
And
Long
we
story
also-
short, in Montreal, what we learned by raising funds for our local charity, which was in the past called Suicide Action Montreal, which is now called the Centre de Prévention du Suicide de Montréal, so the Center for Suicide Prevention of Montreal. That organization, like they at one point let us know that most of the time we have a subway system in Montreal. When there's a break in one of the lines, you know, when one of the trains stop working, most of the time it's not mechanical error. No. And that's incredible when you think about it, because it happens. It happens.
Right.
So I wanna ask Kelly, what inspired you to get involved with the Montreal X Men?
Well, I've always wanted to do something meaningful with cosplay and fundraising and awareness in general. I've been cosplaying since 2008, and earlier this year in May, I joined the Montreal X Men.
So let's
Very
pass.
good.
I think that's a great question, Jeff. So I think we should pass that one right around the whole team that's here. Let's go to, of course, you know, Catherine, Kathleen.
Kate?
You
Kathleen.
can go with Catherine, Caitlin, both of those work.
We'll go the other
We'll go with
female on
Kate.
the show.
We have P and we have K.
There we go.
So yeah, actually, when I started cosplaying, I think it was just for fun, but at the same time, I don't know. I cosplayed in my teenage years and then stopped, and then later on, I wanted to take this more seriously. And I went to Montreal Comic Con with my boyfriend, and I remember this day because I was scared as hell. It was full of people. Like Montreal Comic Con is crazy. And I mean, when there's a lot of people, it's not only because Pierre is blocking the hallway. There's a lot of people. And when at this time and till today's day, I'm suffering from a general anxiety disorder, which is a struggle like every day. And like for me, it was very stressful just to go to a con, to meet people, to be in such a huge place. And I had my little cosplay of Emma Frost. I remember I made my cape by hand, and I tried like to pull up something together with like the few notions of sewing I had. And I just went there with him, and then I saw the X Men, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's a group of X Men!" And I love X Men since I was little. So like, and my boyfriend was like, "Take a photo with them, and I was terrorized. And then Pierre spotted me and was like, "Emma Frost!" So I just joined for photos, and like it just started there. And at the end, Pierre just told me, "Hey, by the way, we have a group and everything." And that's when I realized, well, it's even better than just doing cosplay for fun. It's doing it for a good cause. And I think that's what was missing for me to fully go into cosplay. And so then we chatted and invited me to event, and we realized that it just clicked with the team. And so that's how I joined the team. And I'm really happy that I did this leap, because for me it was still something very stressful. Like I said, I was dealing with a lot of mental health issue, and that's something I talk even with the visitors, because I think it's important to talk about those things. And because cosplay helped me, the whole crew helped me because they were a big part of my life, and because of them, I managed to get better and to get healthier and to be where I am right now. I mean, they played a huge role in this, and I don't know what I would do without them. I mean, they're like a family, like a good, healthy, and positive family, really. So that's what happened, and so I was so motivated. I started doing cosplay and cosplays and cosplays, and that's how I ended up with like 10 and plus X-Men cosplays. Like, I mean, Ben, I sent all the photos. You saw how many I have.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. So yeah, that's what happened for me, and till this day, they have a really positive impact on my life. I mean, we're here for each other, and that's what I love about us. It's not just about the cosplay, it's about like all the member, and we are together towards a common goal to help others. And I feel like they indirectly they help me a lot. So
Very good.
Cool.
And of course, last but not least,
Save the
Professor
best
X.
for last.
That's right.
Pardon me, I'm just gonna go look for something in my eye.
Go take a pee. You're good.
I was going to hire one of the Scarlet Witches I know to hide behind the chair and pop up during my talking part and snap my neck, but I decided not to.
yeah. By the way, Pierre, you start cosplaying. You know that Red Hulk? What's his name again? Like, because you're flashing red right now. You're like a little cute lobster.
That's the heat wave for you.
Yeah. I've been in and out of cosplay most of my life. Never got into it overly serious till I joined the X Men. It was more costuming than cosplay, I would guess. Renaissance fairs, things like that, and LARPs. And I have a visitor.
Oh.
Meow. Meow. Since the Montreal Comic Con opened up in the Palais de Congrès, I used to be one of the guys that went like this through all the white boxes when it was in the closet. I decided to give back a little, and I decided to volunteer for the Comic Con, provide volunteer services, get reimbursed tickets and stuff. So there was a bit of a benefit for me. And while I was there, I saw all the cosplay groups, and I said, gee, I never thought of that before. I let 2 years go by, and then one fine Christmas day, during a mini Comic-Con, I saw the Montreal X Men. And they actually, for this one, had decided to do a crossplay sort of thing. So Mr. Pierre was Mal from Firefly, and there was all kinds of other characters. And I went, wow, this is really good. All the other cosplay groups were the exact same as they had always been. So I said, wow, I'm going to go up to Pierre and see what's going on. I saw a little post on his thing. He was recruiting mutants. I'm a mutant. So I went up to him.
walk around saying that myself. I'm like, I'm a mutant.
So I walked up to him and he said, do you want a picture? And I said, no, I want to join you. What do you see? And he looks me up and down and he goes, two things, Professor X or Toad? And I went, Professor X.
Have you played Toad?
I have not played Toad, but I am looking into a Toad. The tongue, though, is confusing me. How to portray
That's
that
what she
tongue.
said.
Yeah.
A lot of latex and some like rubber cement and a little bit of glue.
It's because it comes out of the mouth. So do I keep it in my mouth all day long with just the tongue out? Do I have it behind my back and just bring it out every once in a while? You got to think of these things before you get to the con.
Like a snake in a peanut can, you know, you just like you open your mouth and it's brings out.
Right now, Jeff's
Yeah.
turning red because he just bit
Exactly.
his tongue with all those comments that ran through his head. I seen him go, "Oh, I can't say that."
Yeah.
They're almost grade from PG.
We have a question. Oh, we're rated R. It's okay.
We have questions.
Oh wait. Yes, we do have a question.
Oh, okay.
What has been your most memorable event?
Wow. Who wants to answer that?
I can.
Hmm?
I'd have to say it was Saratoga when Pierre got the news about his brother-in-law. 'Cause that
Come
was
on.
paf.
That knocked us all out. But let's go into more of a positive note. I don't know. We've had so many. Obviously, Kelly is our new recruit, so she hasn't done a lot with us yet. But I think so far it's been very nice, memorable. But the biggest ones or the most impactful ones were we can't not talk about Montreal Comic Con. Montreal Comic Con is the mecca for us. It's the promised land. It's huge, and it's where we raise the most money at one time. But Saratoga, if you compare the amount of people, the attendees, compared to how much money we made, Saratoga made much more money than Montreal Comic Con at the same time. So, most memorable. We had events where we talked to people who shared with us their personal stories. That was very impactful. We had people coming up to us and telling us that they named their babies after us. And yeah, seriously, I've heard a lot of Logans, but addressed to me. Like, it's not necessarily because of Hugh Jackman. It's because, they met me, they saw me, and they decided like a couple of years later to come back with a kid. And by the way, the kid's name is Logan.
And you're
I thought you were gonna say his name
Well,
was
no.
like they named their kid Pierre.
Yeah, no. But besides that, people coming up to us and being so thrilled to meet us, and at the same time showing us like tattoos. I know one of our members, her name is Sophie. One of her characters is Rogue. Her favorite character is Rogue, and a guy came up to her with a full-on tattoo on his arm, and he was going nuts. He was so happy to meet her. He was ecstatic. I met a guy in Plattsburgh where he had on one thigh Wolverine, and on the other thigh he had Sabretooth. So, like, that's commitment for you.
Right.
So, other than that, for me, cutting the ribbon at Montreal Comic Con in 2016, that was pretty nice. I was right beside the mayor of Montreal back in those days. We had a chance to meet a lot of celebrities coming up to our booth at Comic Con and at Saratoga, at Plattsburgh. A lot of people are very excited and interested in coming up to see us. We had the chance to meet Jeremy Bullock, the original Boba Fett.
Boba.
Yeah. We had a chance to meet Kevin Conroy before he passed. Tony Todd, which for me will always be Captain Kern, like Worf's brother on Star Trek: The Next Generation. I know a lot of people, think of Candyman and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
he'll always be Kern. So we met him. We met John Reese Davies. Yeah, that was cool. And he was a hoot because he was like almost doing practical jokes with us all the time while taking pictures.
We had a secondary Wolverine, and he reached down, grabbed his claws, and brought it up to his throat.
There you go. So we met Michael Bean. I could go on and on, but memorable situations, memorable events, and it's the fact that the fans.
Sounds like it's all memorable.
Yeah.
So
It's
can
all
I
memorable.
pinpoint one? It's tough. It's tough.
Right. So how many of you are there? I mean, we have you four on screen right now, but
Yes.
how many are in your? I'm going to call it a party.
Okay, so in our team right now, let's say the the graduating class of 2023, we would say that we're 14. We're 14 right now.
Okay.
And we also have past members that we still appreciate. We call friends, and we'd love for them to come back someday, if ever it was possible. But some people move on. Some people have kids. Some people, it's not
life
for them
happens.
anymore.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Stuff like that because
Because I saw on your Facebook page, you I don't know how long ago the post was made, but you were looking for more recruits, trying to get more people involved.
That's a standing post. I should actually take it off and put it back on once in a while, to refresh it. But that's a standing post. We're always looking. We're always interested. But it's a question of which character you're interested in playing, and if the situation will present itself to suit everybody. Will it click and stuff?
You have to have the right chemistry.
Right chemistry, and just since we do events like in the greater Montreal area, we do events in the province of Quebec, the province of Ontario, New York State, Vermont. So far these are the main areas we've gone to. So it's a question of do they know how to speak French and English really well? Can they, hold a conversation? Is it possible for them to at least communicate? Do they have a car? Do they have a passport? Are they good with people in general? Are they good with kids? Because at events, we're going to see kids. So it's something you need to know. And are you ready to stand at a booth for a couple of hours and maintain poses for a while? Do you know your characters? Are you interested in getting to know them? And do you have like a plan B in case? All good recruiting questions. I think my favorite one is: are you right in the head? That's my main.
Hold on.
Oh my God.
Right in the
That rules me out.
Yeah, I'm out.
That rules me out for sure.
It's not like it's a done deal. I won't recruit you if you tell me that you have certain issues, because who doesn't have issues, right? It's the question of are you going to be a nuisance for the team while at an event? Am I going to have to stop doing what I'm doing and have to take care of one of my team members, or can I trust that you're autonomous on your own and you can deal with what you have to deal with, and we can see how you're doing afterwards? But when we're on the spot, we don't really have time to deal with a breakdown or anything. Mm-hmm. So it's a question that has merit.
No, that's true.
I mean, you're worker than me. I'm still surprised. I was a mess when I answered the question. It was like this huge text, But I was honest with him, and that's what I appreciated. It's like we can be honest with each other. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I wanted to put on the effort, and clearly it pays off. I mean, we not only we developed a bond as a team, but just as friends as well. Like, I mean, we see each other out of convention, we do other events and everything. So I guess, and I was willing to work on myself. That's also a big thing. Like, I had the meltdown before and after the con.
There you go.
Great.
So you
That's
know,
how
if
I
you can
am,
hold it
too.
if you can hold it for the con, hold it, and then if it goes nuts, we'll pick you up. That's the thing, because
So we have some photos, don't we? Do we have some photos we can show?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
sure.
we do.
I
There you go.
totally understand the keeping it in during
Nice.
the con and letting it out after the con.
So by the way, this is Saratoga Comic Con.
Oh,
That
wow.
was the superhero
OVMF.
concert at the OVMF. So superhero concert where, in particular, they played our song, John
Who
Osmond's
plays
X Men Suite.
Who plays Beast?
Oh, Beast is, to be honest, my first recruit, because Beast is my old friend Charles. He is, well, to give you a brief summary, I'm an elementary school teacher, and my friend Charles and we went to university together. And he's actually like 7 years older than me. And at one point, I had that opportunity to go to Comic-Con, and I wanted to have like a partner to share my my little 15 minutes of fame with me. And I asked him, "You wanna?" He said, "Sure, why not?" So
Nice.
he decided to paint his face blue.
Oh, very nice.
Very
There you go.
nice. Oh, there you go. There's a nice big group.
Yes.
Wow.
So these are not just Montreal X
Yeah, I
Men.
was gonna
You also
say,
have
what a
other
group
cosplayers
joined the
that
team.
joined. These are some of them are friends of ours too. So
Mhm.
it's all good.
And those
Very
photos
good.
are from the early years, I guess, because they are former members, but you can see some of them that are recurring. I think about Camille doing a Pixie. She also does a Rogue, and she has other cosplays too. I think she was one of the early members as well.
Absolutely.
Right. So
2015.
So Pierre, you mentioned that you're a elementary school teacher
I am. Yeah.
by day,
Yes.
cosplay genius by night. I want to spin this to Kelly, Dean, and Kathleen. What do you guys do during the day? Like, what is your norm?
Sleep.
Don't everybody answer at once.
I'll go first this time.
Yeah.
We'll save the best for last because mine's not all that glorious. I work on a support desk, dispatch technicians to fix ATM machines.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I
Oh, Money Man.
Yeah.
Yep. It's
He's
an
well
international
respected.
company, so it's all over the world.
Nice.
Really cool.
Okay.
On my part, I'm like Professor. I don't leave my house. We're both working from home.
Yes.
Except that on my case, I used to be a legal administrative assistant. I worked on the legal field for many years. Now I'm still an administrative assistant, but I work in recruiting. And I say hi to my colleague if she's watching me. Like, my colleagues are the best. And yep, like, I mean, I'm a cosplayer, so I'm pretty sure to win like all win parties from now on.
Well, so you're a recruiter. You like call people to recruit them.
I assist recruiter. I'm more like customer service oriented, helping clients to find the perfect match. Actually, the way I call it, it's matchmaking for employees and employers. Like, you wanted to work, and honestly, I'm in love with my job. I'm more in love with the whole setup, the company's values. That is about about trust, about just the liberty to perform. That's what we do, and I'm a big performer, Like, I mean, I've made a lot of cosplay in so little years, and imagine what I can do at work. Like, I'm crazy. Like, I'm a fan of Excel, of organization. Like, behind me, it's actually my crafting room. I have like all my patterns set up in different binders and boxes. All my cosplays are labeled, all the accessory box. I mean, like, I'm really crazy. I love organizing. So it translates well into my work, actually. And
so you kind of touch
what are you
upon
saying,
OCD?
Pierre? Yeah, I totally have a OCD. I mean, even my cosplays, like, I have a portfolio. Like, I love to have everything in order. And actually, like, I showed Pierre, like, I have those portfolio with all like the cosplays.
Wow.
We don't see them much, but like, I've done Scarlet Witch, this one of the Emma Frost I've done. So like, I have everything. I have all my I have all my fabric, and I mean, I'm someone who loves creativity, so I do a lot of things. I do renovations. I bought a house a few years ago, right before the pandemic, and honestly, my crafting room, there was nothing. Like, it was cement. It was empty. And with my parents, like, they brought me so much support. We built everything from scratch, so I have like the perfect crafting room. And so so I do a lot of stuff in life, like, but I get paid by helping people getting organized and just, offering good customer service and helping people finding their dream jobs, and that's pretty much it.
Well, see, I'm totally opposite of that. I have a wood shop, and if I put something away where it belongs, I'm never going to find it.
Nope.
Because I remember where I left it.
Oh my God. I know everything has its place in my house. Like, my boyfriend can call me on the phone and I can tell him exactly where to go, which drawer and which side of the drawer everything is. I have an OCD. Totally.
I think OCD means obviously Catherine did it.
So what do you do, Kelly?
Oh, okay. I am a veterinary technician.
Oh.
So a veterinary nurse. I assist the doctor, the veterinarian, in consultation, surgery, prescriptions, consultations. Unfortunately, I did burn out a couple of years ago. Not sure if I'm going to go back, but it's something I've always wanted to do ever since I was young. I wanted to work with animals, and animals like me. That's my superpower, I call it. Wow. Otherwise, I read a lot of books. I like, imaginative and creative things as well, which is why I do cosplay as well.
Now, I want to ask you, you say, you kind of got burnt out. I mean, it sounds like a difficult job because of love for pets, and I'm sure things go south. Is that what caused the burnout?
There were.
I mean, I don't like to see animals suffer at all, so that's got to be hard.
There were many factors, many contributing factors. Some of them personal, some of them due to the job. There's a lot of compassion fatigue, a lot of mental fatigue, physical fatigue, and unfortunately, we are not paid as well as we could be for all that we do.
Should be.
For the most part, vet clinics are are considered small businesses. All the clinics I've worked for, they are independent businesses. There are more, we say, corporate or group veterinary businesses, but it's more of a umbrella term. Like, I believe in the States, you have Banfield.
Okay. I was curious because I know I couldn't do a job like that.
Oh yeah, turnover is high. They say that the average lifespan of a veterinary technician is 5 years. I've had colleagues burn out. Many do move on to other studies, like they will work and go to, say, university, change jobs. It's very rare to see someone stay.
I got to find a new primary care physician because mine left. But I'm seriously considering just going to a vet because I think they're more compassionate.
I thought you were going to say because you're an animal, but
Well, you know,
Just saying.
that too. Rawr.
We all are.
No, he's more like a roof.
I was saying if we ever need a new beast.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Oh, he could
No, I'm a
definitely
little
play
old.
Beast.
Well, I got the white hair. I could.
He could be Cable.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Cable.
Yeah, but
He's got the
you know.
face too to be an old man Logan.
Yeah.
Or yeah, old man Logan. There you go.
I am an old man, so you know. I mean,
I wasn't trying to go for the age. It's just you have the right facial shape.
Oh boy.
yes, I
You can
do.
have-
I know.
Both Logans.
I'm cute.
But still, another beast would be nice, you know? I mean, we have the body paint for this. Like so many times, blue is like our favorite mutant color. Like number of times we had to paint someone blue, myself included, for a convention. One time we
Three
spent
off the top of my head.
3 hours at some point so I could do Mystic in a small convention. And the same day we needed to drive back to Canada. I was
Right,
blue.
Well, let
So-
me know when you put together, you know, the X Men of the future where they're all old, and I'm down.
Oh, the future. That's a nice way to put it.
We actually did that when Logan came out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, me and Pierre got all old looking and
The
Raggedy.
tomb. I
raggedy.
remember the tomb you made.
I
That
lost-
was an amazing attraction
lost
we
my
had at the
suit.
booth.
Yeah, we made a grave. Or actually, one of our friends from down south made a grave for us and brought it up to Montreal just for Pierre to lie in.
Shout out to Brian Van Sice.
Brian Van Sice.
That's pretty cool.
That was awesome.
Do these cons hire all of you at one time to come in? Or is
Well,
it just a select few of you and then the rest come in on their own dime? Or
It's always a question of budget.
yeah.
Because you know, as a nonprofit, we don't ask for a fee. This is a good topic to talk about. As the manager of the team, what I say to event organizers is that I don't ask for a fee for the team, but since we are giving our time, our effort, you know, the sweat off our brow for their local cause, we ask that, you know, all our expenses be covered. So, well, what that entails, unfortunately, is the fact that, you know, you have to put us up at a hotel if it's a 3-day event, unless it's, you know, in Montreal. If it's in Montreal, we can like go back and forth. But you know, gas expenses, you know, the booth. And
1 second. At 14 of you, hotel, like that's how many of you guys
Oh
squish
my
into
God.
a room? Like you guys got to have like 6 people in a room, right?
Believe it or not, the one that takes the more time to get prepped, like in bathroom, hair-wise and everything, is Logan. Oh yeah. I thought of myself of a precious princess, but I think you're worse than me.
No, I'm the princess. Yes, yeah. The amount of time it takes for this hair to stand up. My God, how many bottles of hairspray have I gone through? My God.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And the room temperature that have to be perfect. So
Oh, yeah.
you know, all that matters. So we were wigged for a reason. Our hairs are a mess. We don't have time to prep, so let's go for a wig.
Yeah, just to give you an example, you know, in St. Albans this summer, there was no AC at all at the event, and it was scorching hot.
Yeah, we
humidity,
remember that.
You know, at 100%. Forget the hair. You know, I needed to try to convince people that I was still Wolverine without the hair. The hair was like soggy and stuff. But forget it. I couldn't even put my battle suit on for most of the weekend. I was bare chested pretty much the whole weekend. So yeah,
You should have just watered yourself down. You could have just been wet Wolverine.
Wet Wolverine.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. I don't know.
That's how Professor Xavier keeps them in line, throws water on them.
So to answer your original question, it's never happened that we were all 14 of us at the same time at an event. In and around Montreal, it's possible to be more, obviously, because we can commute, and we do carpool as much as possible. And at the hotel rooms, if they offer camping cots and stuff, we can cram in. So we tend to be very respectful for the organizers' dimes. So we want to be a worthwhile group to bring in. We won't be like we said the word princess earlier on, but that's just me with my hair. But long story short, we won't be divas, and we won't ask for only green jelly beans in a glass jar.
Yeah,
green M&Ms. Green M&Ms.
This guy
only
right here.
green M&Ms.
So
speaking of, there's no green M&Ms.
We'll do that. We're just gonna ask, to be considered as an attraction. We are not just attendees who go to a con to have fun. We attract people, and having done this for so many years, since officially 2015, we're in 2023 now. We have the experience of knowing that we attract people. Right. At first, depending on the event, people are curious. They might be shy, but as the con progresses, normally we get packed, and at one point, there's no stopping us. People in my team need to remind me to stop and go eat lunch.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, because obviously we've seen you at a few events, but the fundraising, is it more just people donating, or I don't want to use the word charge. Do they donate to the cause to get photos?
They donate indeed.
Go ahead.
It's up to them. Like, we just tell them about the cause and tell them, if you want to chip in, if you can chip in, go ahead. I mean, not everyone has the money to donate, but we still keep the door open and we don't put pressure on people. And they give what they can, and that makes us happy. That makes the charity happy. I mean, and just spreading the awareness also helps tremendously. So I don't know if you had something else to add again, but that's the way I see it. Like, we don't charge for a photo, and we just enjoy our time with people. We talk with them, and they choose to donate whatever they want.
Sounds good.
We
Good way to do it.
We seriously encourage them to drop a couple of coins in the collection boxes. And by the way, all the money that we raise goes back to the charities, because you could actually observe us at a con, and by the end of the con, normally I meet a representative of the charity, and I give her the box. Well, the contents of the box.
Right.
So we count on the spot. At the same time, we do some sort of a little game where we try to do the Price is Right game, where every member of the team tries to guess how much money we raised, and it's always Price is Right rules, the closest without going over. So that's what we do. And like Kathleen said earlier, it's also a question of awareness. So as much as I am a little bit competitive, because I want to make sure that from, let's say our first event in a city, compared to our second year at that same city, I want, to up the ante, and I want to raise more, and I want to break a record and stuff. People in the team has always tried to make me realize that that's not necessarily the only important thing about raising funds. It's also to get the word out,
to spread awareness.
Exactly.
Let people know
which
that
is
there's avenues
why.
to go down.
Go ahead, Dean. I'm sorry.
Just saying that we need prevention and awareness is a big part of where the funds go. So if we can do that while we're at the booth, that's kind of paying for itself in the long run.
Right. You know, and when I talked to Pierre in St. Albans, I was like, I went over to Jeff and I said, you know, we've got to do this show. We've got to get these guys on to spread the awareness, first of all.
Yeah.
Because we are on 22 platforms worldwide with an analytical interaction of over 300,000 last month. So
that's a big number.
The awareness is huge.
That's awesome.
You know, I love what you guys do. I do. I mean, I can't say enough. I was going to bug out of the show early. Here I am an hour and 1 minute later. My wife's looking at me going, you know, 12 hours in the truck, honey. I'm hungry. She's like, I'm going outside and sit in the truck for a minute. I'm like, okay.
Well, seriously, if you held on this long, it's because we're probably entertaining enough.
Well, you are entertaining. I mean, like I said, we've had the pleasure of running into you at multiple shows. Yeah, you can leave it open. You know, and I always love chatting with you and Dean and the others of the team that actually, you know, that I can talk to. Some of them look at me and they go, don't really understand English that well yet. And I'm like, damn. All right. So what I just said to you for the last 15 minutes didn't matter.
So if that happens, just speak slower to those people.
Oh, that's like working with Jeremy.
Yeah, we're East Coast. We speak too fast.
Well, I went over to talk to Pierre in St. Albans, and you know, he was bare-chested, like he said, but he wouldn't let me pinch his nipples.
Oh well,
damn him!
No,
we
did try.
I tried.
The nipple event, right, at St. Albans.
Yeah,
if I remember.
Yes.
Yeah, we did. We did the. Yeah, that was in St. Albans.
You ran up to the camera, and I ran up to the camera, and then Jeff came in behind us and ruined it all. No, but I mean, we only have a few minutes left with these amazing people. So if you have comments, please, or questions, get them in the chat. If not, you can always check the show notes up above or down below, depending on where you're watching or listening to us. Usually Leo says that like 4 or 5 times during the show. Yeah. But screw him. He's not here.
Well, if I may, if some viewers have written down questions and we haven't had the time to answer those questions, they can also switch to our Instagram or Facebook page and ask us directly, and it'll be our pleasure to answer.
Right. I do have a question for you. So when you raise funds for your charities now, is it strictly only at shows, or do you have a website as well where somebody could actually go donate to suicide prevention?
Well, those websites already exist because we work with different charities. For example, like in the States, we raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, the different chapters. In particular, the chapters we raise the most money for have been the Capital Region New York chapter or the Vermont chapter. So these two chapters, if people are at the con and they, only have plastic on, we don't have
machines,
a credit card machine or Interact machine. So what we do is we refer them back to their website because we're just like a homegrown team, family, a family that comes together once in a while to have fun, and at the same time, while there, we raise funds for the cause. So we don't have like all that kind of system all hooked up or anything. No.
Okay.
So it's a work in progress.
Yeah, just
like everything.
Right.
Well, so, also it's a sideline. It's a hobby. It's not our main job. So unless I get like people get in touch with me saying that they would like to help us out with advertising, marketing, and like whatnots. Honestly, I don't have a bachelor's degree in business or anything, so I'm doing all this right off the cuff. This is just me and my team.
So, what's your next event?
Good question. Our next event is in Plattsburgh, by the way. It's going to be on October 21st. It's at the Champlain Center Mall. It's called the Plattsburgh Card and Collectibles Show. They're raising funds for the Plattsburgh backpackers. It's to raise money for school kids who don't have the necessary money to get school objects, and that's what I'm getting from the promoter. Hi, Adam, by the way. Looking forward to seeing you. So so for that event, we're not even raising funds for suicide prevention because they already have a cause attached to their event. So for us, it's even nicer because we don't have to prepare anything with an organization or anything. We just show up, do our best to talk about their event and their cause, and help raise funds.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's our next one in October.
And is it time to wrap up, or do we have a few minutes left?
We got about 3 minutes.
You obviously have something to say.
Yes, actually, because we were talking about the team, everyone. But there's not just the team. There's the people around us, the people we meet at con that are also important. And I wanted to mention, like, our friends and photographs, for example. Some of them have given their time to take photos of us with the visitors, or offered us like some photo shoot as well. And like, I have a few names in my head, but I don't want to name them because I'm sure I'm gonna forget somebody and feel bad afterwards. But like, they're gonna recognize themselves. Like, they're amazing. They're all post out. There's also the people around us. I mean,
Kathleen, give examples. They're worth it. And if we forget some, by the way, I'm going to take the blame. We're sorry in advance, but go, Kathleen, name a couple right off the bat.
You take the blame. Okay. So there's Natty Do Photography. She's amazing. She has done a lot of photo shoot with the team. She has given her time to take photos of us with the visitor and provided the visitor with amazing photos. There's also Quick Shiro Photograph. He has done some amazing cliche as well. Richard Dufour, I believe, Richard Dufour, that has also taken time during convention. He has his all set up, his booth and everything, and will just drag us there to take amazing photographs.
I wouldn't want to butcher her name, but recently at the Vermont Gatherings event, the Vermont Sci-Fi and Fantasy Expo. Hi, Jeff, by the way. The idea is we had the opportunity to participate in the project called Cosplay 50 with Susan Onisco, I believe. I hope I didn't screw her name up, but hats off to her. She was very patient and generous with her time with us, and we really appreciated our time with her. So among others, that's what I'm gonna leave with. Among others, just to make sure we don't say that these were our only ones. We really appreciate everybody who's helped us in the past.
And we don't forget the people that are so close to us that helped us a lot. I mean, we also sometimes crafting cosplay events between the team. It's like team building activities where we craft like new props and stuff to bring to the booth, like to try to animate a bit more. And I mean, my parents have been receiving us for the first few years. So imagine the dozen of people from the X Men with all the foam and all the stuff, and they were like making us burgers and making us great food. So my parents have been a big support when we're in Montreal. They're coming, chipping in for the charity. And my mom's always asking a photo with Logan. It's very important. Yeah, she wants to get chopped by the clouds. But she loves it. So my parents have been a big support. I know Pierre's girlfriend as well. She has made stickers with the Montreal X Men logos to donate with every donation. The magnets as well. So those people
Thank you,
are
Kathleen.
helping their own way. I mean, I really love.
My girlfriend has
my
an
mom.
Etsy boutique. It's called La Main à la Carte, French expression saying that it's like
cards made by
cards
hand.
made by hand, like jewelry tags and stuff like that, or name tags for receptions and stuff. So she does a lot of things. At the same time, she does magnets. She does buttons that you can put on your shirts, your jackets and stuff. She's done a lot of stickers and whatnots. So hats off to my girlfriend. Okay. Love you.
So before we close out,
my girlfriend's in the other room saying, "Love
you." My mom just said she's still watching the stream. See. And I'll mention my boyfriend that has been Cyclops for one day just to make me happy when he hates going out and going in convention, just because we're in this little con and we're like 3 people there, member of the team, and he had like a leather jacket and sunglasses and was like, I'm Cyclops and otherwise I'm taking photo for people. So if that doesn't mention him, I'm going to sleep on the couch tonight.
So I do have one final question because I'm curious. Did you have to get approval from Marvel to use the X Men name?
That's the salty question. Okay, so long story short, I
well,
would prefer you not ask that
so,
question, but okay. So far, the official.
Hey Jay,
I just saw that bubble there. My answer would be well. No, I have not asked officially, but I don't want to get in trouble. Like I said, we do not accept a fee or a salary or anything. So nothing stays in our pocket after a con. So we are a tribute group. The only thing we do is, we try to represent their intellectual property as best we can by having that property shine at events, and it's not a lucrative endeavor at all. So,
okay. I was just curious. Yeah, I know how corporations can be sometimes.
I think as long as they're not making money off the name and they're not doing shame to the name.
Exactly.
We're not actually claiming to be the Marvel X Men. We're the
Montreal
X Men.
You're not from Rochester.
But if we get into trouble, it's your fault.
So, well, what I say is,
honestly,
claim ignorance. I didn't know I couldn't do
Marvel
that.
should donate to all your causes.
That would be awesome to get like a sponsorship from Disney and Marvel would be awesome, but I won't get into that. I don't want to ruffle any feathers. I'm just saying that if ever at one point someone came up to us and told us I'm a representative of such and such, and we would like you to take down your banner, I'll do it right away. It's not.
I wouldn't. I'd kick him in the nuts.
Yeah, so would I.
No, well, seriously, I don't want to get into trouble. I
change
just
his
want to
mind.
make sure that I do my best to represent their
I mean,
property.
I think that they would respect you guys. I really do. I was just curious as to whether or not you needed or had to go through, something like that. That's all.
Not so far.
Not so far. I don't.
Well, good.
I don't.
Well,
think
if they
they'll
do, you call
worry.
me. I'll take care of it for you.
I don't
think
think
it's
they'll
very
worry.
similar to all these like Friday the 13th movies and things that are coming out. They're fan films.
Stuff. It's fan films.
It's
fan stuff.
it's created, fan because they're not making money on it. It's a non-profit. So everything that comes in goes right to a
Hey, Phil, that's a good idea.
Right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
so,
there you go.
But on that note, we do have to cut this because I know Carrie and Jar Jar have other shows this evening, and Jar Jar's got to get a good night's sleep because he's got a long drive to come down here so I can harass the shit out of him.
Nope.
And we
You muted yourself.
Yeah.
You muted yourself. Perfect time too. You're
All
about
right.
to harass me.
Yeah. Right. For wrapping up. Oh.
Well, while you're down there, and you said you were in Virginia.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm heading down tomorrow, and so's Jar Jar.
Hey, talk us up.
All right. So
That's it. You never
wrapping
know.
things up,
Next time you go, we might be there.
Pierre,
That'd be
would
cool.
you like to wrap up once again where everybody can reach you? Best places where to interact with you?
Well, okay. So the best place to interact with us would be either the Facebook and or the Instagram page. So we are at Montreal X Men, Facebook.com/Montreal X Men or Instagram.com/Montreal X Men, all in one word. No hyphens, no capital letters or anything. Or spaces. And I do have my Facebook page as Montreal's Wolverine. I can offer our dear professor to plug in his media.
I also created social media for my character, so I'm Montreal's Professor X at Facebook, and the same for Instagram. Well, Instagram/Montreal's Professor X.
All right.
Fantastic.
Also, yeah, we have Kathleen Rose.
Yeah. You can get me like on Instagram and Facebook, Kathleen Rose Cosplay. I haven't been posting much recently, but I'm getting into cosplay again with the upcoming conventions. So you can look at Kathleen Rose Cosplay, one word.
And finally, Kelly.
She's muted.
Oh, you're muted.
Oh, you muted yourself. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. You can find me on Instagram at kcalia for my cosplay and creative endeavors.
Excellent.
All right.
Hey, find me in Virginia this weekend at the Tidewater Horror Convention, and also check out Splash Pages on Tuesday nights at 7 on Facebook, or 8 o'clock on Facebook and YouTube, and the Midweek Geeks at 9 o'clock on Wednesdays on Facebook and YouTube, and sometimes here in Still Toking at 7 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube, Eastern Standard Time, that is.
Oh, I'm up. Nice. Just go to stilltoking.com. I want to thank you guys. This has been an absolute pleasure. Keep doing the work that you're doing because it's so important. There's a lot of people out there that need this kind of information and this kind of help, seriously. So, yeah, I'm not looking forward to tomorrow. It's a 12-hour fucking drive.
Yeah.
Well, Ben did it today, so it'll all be good. But
Yeah, I did it today so I could rest tomorrow.
Well, right, don't look me up. Just go to stilltoken.com or go to our Facebook page, our main page, which is Token with the Dead. And I will see everybody in Virginia tomorrow for Tidewater Horror Convention. It's going to be a ball.
If it's a horror convention, go as a corpse.
I'm already in.
I'm already half
Virginia,
dead. I'll fit right in.
You know, I want to say thank you to Carrie for taking over Leo's spot, first of all and foremost. You know,
yes, thank you,
somebody
Carrie.
to step in. You saved my ass big time, because literally the computer kicked on a minute before the show. I want to thank Pierre and Kathleen and Dean and where'd she go? She's still here? Kelly? Oh, there she is. Sorry, I had to scroll down. I didn't see her. For coming out and spending time with us tonight, and hopefully spreading awareness on suicide prevention. Like I said, Suicide Prevention Month in September. So, you know, reach out to your local charity, help them out. Or if you're on the other end of that, pick up the phone. Somebody's there to listen. To all our veterans and first responders, I want to thank you for doing what you do so people like us can do what we do. Stay safe. We'll see you next week. No, actually, we won't see you next week.
No.
Because after Tidewater Horror Convention, Jeff and I are taking a long-needed vacation. We're staying in Virginia Beach. We'll be back in 2 weeks, though. Make sure you check out that show. We got Gina Shock from the Go-Go's coming on. Be safe. We'll see you. We're out of here. So come on.